Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to Libra Views. I'm Charlene. Subscribe to my channel and like this video before you exit on up out of here, okay? So I'm here to talk about the Stupid Bitch 101 class, referring to Iggy Azealia and Tekashi69's baby mom, Sarah Molina. These women, you know, have decided to push out the babies of deadbeat men, and there were signs all around them, but they failed to take it, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and elaborate on that. So last week, Iggy Azealia was going off because her baby daddy, who was rapper Playboi Carti, apparently was cheating on her and decided not to celebrate, you know, the recent holiday with her and their brand new newborn son. She went on to talk about all of their business, you know, their ghetto love story 101. She went on to say how, you know, he was cheating on her with a particular woman named Brandy for her whole entire pregnancy. She went on to say that after she's had the baby, that he has not signed the birth certificate, that he just basically has not been there for her during her pregnancy or after, cheating on her with a woman named Brandy, refusing to sign the birth certificate, and now she's sitting here looking down.
Couple of little friends. She cleans every single room. No one's in there. Leaves, says goodnight, forgets her vacuum, comes back in, and who's sitting on the couch looking like a ghost? Brandy. You were sitting in there. You were. You girl. Hiding from my housekeeper for an hour while she cleaned a whole house that you knew you shouldn't be in. We're whole man that was living with a whole girlfriend, pregnant with a baby that he asked for, doing. And you knew what was going on. You knew we were together. Or why the were you hiding?
Okay. Playboi Carti, you know, apparently asked her for a baby. And I find that interesting. Moving on to Tekashi69's baby mom. Now, we've heard about their saga on and off for the past few years. How she said that, you know, Tekashi isn't really there for their daughter. How he basically used her as a ploy to get out of jail early, but he doesn't put the effort in to see their child. And he wasn't really active while he was locked up, and kind of wasn't really present before he went to jail.
Blinks or whoever baby mama, because I am not defined by that, is not letting them see their kid on Christmas. So when asked, they're not saying why or whatever the case. First of all, this man hasn't spoken to my daughter in months. He didn't reach out for her birthday, Thanksgiving. We haven't heard of that man having a daughter since like the beginning of September. That's one. So yeah, you're not supposed to pop. You're not going to just come around my family on holidays. Like, sweet, you know. I was hurt for my daughter to even make the effort or set aside the time to go ahead and, you know, make her birthday special on your end. Her birthday is always going to be special because I take care of her. The headline was like, oh, I take care of her.
And I find this interesting that these women, you know, are, well, in Sarah's case, Tekashi69's case, his baby mother, she has been on the internet numerous times talking about how he's a deadbeat dad. But for Iggy Azealia, this is kind of like a brand new concept. And what I want to say is, you know, Iggy, Playboi Carti asked you for a baby before he asked for your hand in marriage. That should have been sign number one. You know, it wasn't like Playboi Carti and Iggy had been dating for years upon years. I have a homegirl who has a son with her boyfriend, but they've been together for a decade. They've been together for 10 years. And though one may argue, well, why he ain't put a ring on her finger, you know, and that's a different topic for a different day. But my thing is he was willing to have a baby with you before putting in years and years of relationship. He was ready to have a baby with you before asking your hand in marriage. My homegirl, who's not married to her boyfriend, however, they've been together for 10 years. I think that with time, he has proven that he wants to be with her. He may not have that piece of paper, but he has proven that, you know, he's with her and he doesn't want anybody else. They had their baby on year 10, you know? So after a decade of dating, they had a baby. So Iggy, you popped out this man's baby after dating him for a few months or a year or so, without any type of real commitment, without any real time behind you all. You know, 10 years is a lot to throw away. You know, just because you might not be, you know, marriage is important, but just because you might not be technically married to someone, you know, somebody is going to be more willing to throw away a 1 or 2 year relationship over a 10+ year relationship. So again, you know, Iggy, you know, just be a little bit smarter. From what I understand, Iggy's in her mid-20s to going on her 30s. I believe that she should kind of know that by now, but you know, hey, I'm not here to judge. Who knows? I don't know what she know or what she don't know, but I'm here to tell you, girl, if a man is willing to put a baby up in your oven before he's willing to put in time and years and effort and love into the relationship and or a marriage, which will then lead to years and years of history with you all, and he wants to have a baby with you before doing that, that's like a major sign that he basically wants to keep you locked in without technically keeping you locked in. And that's exactly what he did. Now, in Tekashi69's baby mom's case, I believe that she is a little bit younger. She's in her early 20s. And I think that she had her baby even younger than that, maybe in her teenage years. So it's kind of harder to say, you know, oh, well, she should have, you know, they should have gotten married. I mean, I don't know when she had her baby. I assume she was in high school still or just got out of high school. And that marriage isn't really something that somebody that young is kind of thinking of. And, you know, usually, you know, you're having unprotected sex, something happens and you get pregnant. So, you know, in her case, I think it's slightly a little bit different, but also not. For any young girls or young people that are watching this video or happen to run across this video, you know, look at the man's background and how he grew up. From what I understand, Tekashi69's dad walked out on him when he was in elementary school, and you know, his stepdad, which was the next best thing to a real dad, was killed and murdered. So he himself isn't really used to having a stable father figure in his life. And when you meet a man that wasn't really raised properly, especially lacking one parent and especially the dad, it's kind of like a flip coin, you know, because you have some men that are like, you know, my dad wasn't in my life, and women too, but you have people in general that are like, you know, my mom or my dad didn't do X, Y, and Z. So when I have my child, I'm going to make sure that I do X, Y, and Z and beyond. Then you have some people that'll turn out just like, you know what I mean, their parents. And that can be, you know, a thing to look at, young or old. You know, if you happen to slip up and get pregnant, or you're too young, you know, to get pregnant necessarily, to get married necessarily, before you jump into that ship of having somebody's child, do some research. You know, learn about their family, learn about their history, learn about how they carry things, and be with them for some time. If you guys aren't going to get married, at least put years and years behind you all, so, you know, you at least know what you're getting yourself into in some way, shape, or form. I feel bad for these ladies. You know, a lot of children, especially that come from men of color. I believe Tekashi69 is Mexican. Playboi Carti is obviously black. And, you know, a lot of, you know, people that come from men of color, you know, they tend to kind of, you know, miss out on that opportunity to grow up with a dad. It's kind of sad. And last but not least, it really goes to show that it doesn't matter how much money you have. You know, these girls want to lay up and they want to have a baby, you know, to lock a rapper down or to have some type of financial stability. Or not saying that these ladies did this, not saying Sarah or Iggy had done these things, but I'm just saying, you know, Just because you have a baby with, look at Eliza Reign with Future. Just because you have a baby with a man who, you know, has money or celebrity does not mean that he'll be there for the child, does not mean that he will support you financially, does not mean any of those things. So, you know, again, ladies, let's be careful. Let's, you know, reread the Stupid Bitch 101 guidebook so that we can, you know, make better decisions moving forward. And, you know, in Iggy's case, excuse me, when Playboi Carti started cheating on you, you could just leave. You know, now you're locked in to him a minimum of 18 years to life, and as well as Sarah, you know. So read the book, go over the book, based, you know, Stupid Bitch 101, how to not be a stupid bitch 101, and get your tea. And until next time, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for tuning in to Leave Reviews. And subscribe to my video and like this video and share it on social media. And until next time, deuces.